Directory websites are a popular way to create an online business. I've got one myself. If you're a regular on the channel, you know my project estepona.life is a website about where I live here in Spain, and it's basically a directory website. I've done a few videos in the past on creating a directory website, and they were pretty popular. So, well, here's another one because I found another fantastic directory plugin for WordPress. The plugin is called Directorist, and it's a comprehensive plugin for WordPress that enables you to create a directory site quickly and easily. The good thing about Directorist is not only is it a plugin on its own, it's got a whole load of extensions to add extra functionality, and there is a suite of themes as well that you can use with the plugin, and they've got different ones for different niches. So I'm sure you'll find something suitable for the directory site that you want to create. Alex here, and in this video, I'm going to be taking you through Directorist. I'm going to be setting up a directory website, taking you through some of the key features and settings, and giving you a general overview of how it all works. Why not give Directorist a try? There is a free version available. I'll put a link up now. It's wpeagle.com/Directorist. There is, of course, a pro version too, which comes with all of the extensions and all of the themes, so it's super good value. That link is an affiliate link. Thanks very much if you use it. It really does help me out if you do use my links. But anyway, I think we should get started. Let me show you how easy it is to create a directory website with WordPress and Directorist. So here we are. This is the plugin we're going to be using today. It is Directorist, and it's a complete package when it comes to creating a directory website. You've got templates for local business directory, for restaurants directories, service directories, job directories, tourism, real estate, anything you need really. The great thing about this plugin is that it comes with a selection of themes to get you up and running really quickly. Got one for hotels, for jobs, for classified ads. They've got a really good selection. They've got some more general ones too if there isn't a particular one that fits your niche. In terms of pricing, it's very reasonably priced. And in fact, right now they've got their Black Friday offer on, which has got 45% off. But generally for one site, it's $129 a year. Right now it's $96 a year. And the great thing is with the Pro packages, any of these ones, you get all the extensions, all the premium themes. You get support, auto updates, and a 14-day money-back guarantee. The extensions are particularly interesting because they've got loads. So they've got analytics, they've got universal search, you can add advanced reviews, tons of stuff here. WPML integration for translation. They've got a job manager one, a booking one. They've got a map one, so you can add maps to your listings. Tons and tons of extensions. So I'm sure you'll be able to find one that suits your needs. I've got a WordPress website set up ready to go. And you can install the plugin for free just by going into your dashboard, go into plugins, add new, then do a search for Directorist like that. And there it is, and you can install it just by clicking Install Now and then Activate. Brings up a nice little wizard to help you get set up. So I think for this example, we will do a restaurant directory. And if I click next, I can enter my location. So let's type in Estepona, which is where I live. It finds it. You can select it. Let's click next. Now we've got some options here. So if you want to monetize your site with featured listings, which is pretty cool, which allows people to submit their own listing and you get paid for it, which is nice. You can turn that on here and set your price. They've got a couple of payment gateways. You've got bank transfer or PayPal. So let's install PayPal and then click next. And for this example, I'm going to import the demo content to save me having to add a load of example content. So let's click submit and launch. And we're all done. So let's just go back to the WordPress dashboard. Here's all our example listings. We can take a look at one. There it is. Now, of course, we're just running the default WordPress theme at the moment, so it doesn't look particularly good. So let's try one of the themes that you can get from Directorist. Now, I've got a pro account, so I'm going to log in and choose a theme. As this is a restaurant website, let's try the restaurant theme. So I can download it straight from the dashboard. If I go into directory listings now, of course, you do need a pro account for this. So I just need to connect my account. So let me just log in here. There we go, logged in. And go to themes. And the restaurant one is called D Restaurants. Let's click install. There we go, that's installed. And if we go back down and click activate, that should be turned on. Now we do need to install some extra plugins or extensions, as they're otherwise known. So let's do that by clicking on Manage Directorist Extensions. And then if we scroll down, the required ones are here. I'm going to tick them all, then go to Install and Apply. They're all installed, so then if we tick them all again, we could then go to Activate. They're all activated. So this theme works with Elementor, so let's do that now by clicking Begin Installing Plugins. We'll also install the demo importer to get some pages up and running. We've already imported the listings, but now we want the theme pages, so let's install all of these. That's done. Just click here to go back and activate them all. So let's take a look at the site. So here's the site. It's already starting to take shape. We do now need to import those demo pages to give us the home page and the other pages. So we can do that by going back into the dashboard. Then if we go to Tools and WP Wax Demo Importer, let's click Import Demo. It's going to take a few moments. Okay, that's all done. Now, we're pretty much ready to go. Look at this. We've got a fantastic restaurant directory site. Pretty much all ready to go. That was super easy. And we can now go about customizing it. There's just one last extension that we need to install. So I'm going to go back into the dashboard. And we've got this add-ons kit for Elementor. So let's install that. That gives us some nice Directorist Elementor features. It's completely free. Let's activate that. And then finally, we're just going to run the data update. I think that's all done. So here are the settings for Directorist. So you can change these as you like. I'm going to show you the multi-directory shortly because there is a nice AI feature that you can use if you turn that on. But yeah, let's just go through. You can enable registration, email verification. You can track logged in user views if you want to. You've got your currency settings. And you've also got your renewal. Here you've got your all listing layouts. I'll show you the all listing layout in a second on the front, but basically you can adjust whether you want a sidebar, the number of columns, completely customizable. You can turn on the header, turn it off. You've got the image settings here. Here are the single listings. I don't think I need to go through all of these. There are a lot of options, but they're all pretty straightforward. You've got your map settings here, so you can either use Street Map or Google Maps. With Google Maps, I believe you'll probably need an API key, which you do. So you need to put your own API key in there. You've got your badge settings in here. You can change the colors. You've got your review settings, turn them on or off, whether they need to be moderated. Down here, we've got the page settings, so you can just set which pages are which. So my all listings page is that one, which was already imported with the demo content. I think all the rest is set fine. Let's save. You've got your user settings here. You've got your login form. There's so many settings. I mean, I don't think I need to go through all of these. I think you get the idea. Let's take a look at the site and I'll show you what these pages actually look like. So this is the home page. And up here, we can have a look at the different listing layouts. And of course, you can just choose whichever one you want, and then you can delete the others if you're using the demo content. So here is the grid view, which looks really nice. You've got the filters down the side. The other layouts you've got are the list view. Puts them in a nice list. The same applies for categories. So you can lay them out in a nice grid or in a nice list. You've Got a locations page, again, grid or list. It all looks really, really nice. In terms of the actual listings, if we drill down, so for example, into this location, we can click through to a listing, the Disaster Cafe. So here's a listing. You've got the images across the top. You've got all the details here. People can easily jump around with these tabs at the top. You've got reviews at the bottom. Let's go back up to the top and scroll down through it. You've got the contact information here. You've got a video. You've got the map, FAQ. All looks really nice. Now to edit a listing, you'd simply click on Edit Listing up here. And put the text in here, the kind of overview text. You've got all the details here in terms of what's available, that kind of thing. Now these are all customizable, of course. I'll show you how to change them in a second. You've got the features. Basically, you can just enter these as you like. Just type them in. You've got the business hours. You can enable the booking. And here you can configure the time slots, the reservation fee, whether people have to pay. And then you put all the contact information in here, their social networks, the location, which then brings up the map. Here's the FAQ. I mean, it's super straightforward, super easy to use. And here is all the media. So that's the listing. Let me show you how you can edit these. So you can basically customize the listing layout to suit your needs. It's really straightforward. You just go into the directory builder over here. Then in here, you go to add listing form, and here are all those things. So there's the general. And here are the special diets options. So vegetarian friendly, gluten-free options, vegan options. You can add your own options here. Got the meal, so really easy to change the listing forms, so you can build your own listings with whatever data that you like. You've got fields over here that you can drag over as and when you need them. You can rearrange stuff. Here's the features one, so that's where you can type in the different features of the listing. You've got your business hours here. So yeah, all completely customizable. And of course, when you finish, you click update. So let's just go back and take a look at the site. So in terms of customization, you've got loads of options within the theme options. You can, of course, just edit with Elementor by clicking Edit with Elementor. And I'm sure you're familiar with Elementor. Super easy. You can just click on whatever you like. And then you've got options over here. Explore your favorite restaurants, for example. Super easy to change stuff. And because we installed the extension, the Directorist Elementor extension, if we go to plus and scroll down, you can see the ones with the little Directorist logo are Directorist specific widgets. So team members, posts there, whole load in here. So all the categories, locations, you can easily just kind of drop them in wherever you like. And the content just appears. So there we go. That's all super easy using Elementor. Let's talk about monetization, how you can actually make some money with Directorist and your directory website. So let me just come out of Elementor and go back to the dashboard. So the first thing we need to do is make sure we've got some payment gateways set up, obviously, if we want to take some money. I did touch on this earlier in the settings, but if we just jump back into settings, go to monetization. We've then got your currency settings and all that kind of stuff. Then in here, you've got your payment gateways. So at the moment, I've just got bank transfer. So that's pretty straightforward. People transfer you some money via bank. But you can have PayPal, you can have Stripe, whatever you like. And once you save those changes, you can then configure all of these payment gateways here. So that's the bank transfer where you'd put your payment, or your bank details on how people can pay you. PayPal, you put your PayPal details in here, to stick your email in. Stripe, all the details are in here where you have to get your keys and all that kind of stuff. Super easy. I'm sure you've set up your payment gateways on other platforms before. In terms of what you can charge for, well, you've got loads of options with Directorist. Let me just take you through a couple. The first is the claim listing. So you could add listings for businesses, restaurants, whatever it is you're doing. And then the owners of those listings can claim them, and they can either claim them for free or you can charge them. So let me show you how this would work. Again, within settings, if you go into extensions and claim listing, you've got this little widget title. Is this your business? Claim the listing. Best way to manage and protect your business. At the moment, it's set to claim for free, but you can set a claim fee like $19.99. Claim now. And then we save changes. And then if we take a look at a listing, let me just go into all listings. Jekyll and Hyde Club. Let's just take a look and see if this one is claimed. Okay, it says it's marked as claimed. So let's just untick that for this example. Okay, so that's updated. It's now no longer marked as being claimed. What we need to do is add the claim button to our directory listing. So let me just go back into the directory builder, which we touched on earlier. So in here, you arrange all your layouts for your all listings or your single page layout. So we've got a couple of options with the claim button. We can add it to the listing contents. So for example, we could, stick it down, where would be a good place? Towards the bottom, I guess. Stick it right at the bottom. We could do that. The other option is we could add it to the sidebar, which might be better. I'm going to add it to both just to show you. So we could go into appearance and widgets. It's kind of standard sidebar thing. Here's the Directorist sidebar. And then we grab the claim listing, pull that over here. So there we go, that's added. Let's take a look. I'm going to jump straight to our listing, which was, of course, the Jekyll and Hyde Club. Let's take a look. So, yeah, we scroll down. Here is the sidebar one, and then here is the one in the main kind of content. Probably wouldn't add to, maybe you would. In terms of how it works, you click claim now, and then your phone number, then you say, this is mine, whatever. Click submit, and then they can pay with, your payment methods. Super easy. And then what happens is basically within the back end, you can find all the claims here. And if you're happy, set it to approved. And then when we take a look at the listing, it's claimed. So that's one way to make some money. Another way is, of course, selling your... oh, by the way, the images on the demo content aren't working on this one. Never mind. So yeah, that's claiming the listing. Another great way to make some money is, of course, to sell listings. So people can, just add listings, that kind of thing. So let me show you how that works. If you go back into the dashboard, and then you need the pricing plans extension, and you'll find pricing plans then under directory listings in your back end. And you basically set up some pricing. It's already got some built in. So you've got the basic, which gives you 1 featured and 10 regular posts, but you can have it to be whatever you like. Could be a package, could be pay-per listing. Let's switch you back to package. It says make sure to add the regular and featured listings. Of course, you put the price, you put a description. You can have it never expire, or if you turn that off, you can have it on a subscription, which you can do via or with PayPal or Stripe. You can put how many listings they get, whether they get a featured listing. You get all these options, so you can basically build a pricing plan that works for you. Once you're done, you click update. And then what you can do is you can create a pricing page with the shortcode. So grab this shortcode if you want to just display this plan, but you can also, let me show you, I'm going to create a new page. Pricing, let's spell. And then, yeah, we need to add the shortcode. I mean, you could do this with Elementor if you want. Let's do that. Maybe it's a better way of doing it. Or you use the block editor, whatever you like. And then we could add this, and then add a shortcode widget. And if I stick the shortcode in, got your package there. If you take out the ID, and there we go, we can see our pricing plans. In fact, I think what you do is get this column, get it the same background, make that look nice. I believe the grey on there is that. There we go. And if we click publish, we can take a look. There's our pricing plan. People can choose one. Sign up, add their listing, all that kind of stuff. Fill in all their details, social network, the address, the location, the FAQs, the media, basically create their listing. And I mean, I'm not going to do it now. And then they can pay and get their listing on your website. So yeah, selling listing obviously is a great way to monetize your website. Or maybe you're going to add all listings yourself and you want to add some ads. Well, that's fine too. There is a Directorist extension for that. You can easily add it. You do need a pro version for this, of course. You can easily add it by going into directory listings and themes and extensions. And then it's down here somewhere. This one, Ads Manager. You install it. And now we have this ad section over here on the left-hand side, and we can just add some ad units by putting an image, or maybe it's Google AdSense, some custom HTML. You give it a name, my ad. Put the image in, select where you want it to go, and or use a shortcode. Super easy. So maybe you want to sell banners, maybe you want to use Google AdSense, maybe you want to use some other platform, Ezoic, I don't know, whatever you'd fancy. Really easy to add and add. So that's monetization. I just want to finish off this video by showing a new feature, and they're continually adding new stuff, and a lot of that new stuff at the moment is, of course, AI. So if we just go into settings, don't worry about that, and enable the multi-directory, because what I want to show you is in the directory builder, this is our restaurant one, but if we create a new one, there is this create with AI. So say we wanted to do something about sports clubs, I don't know, London, I don't know, that'll do. And it is a other. I want to create a directory in London about sports clubs. Then we go continue to generate. Add some keywords. Yes, all this is good. I like all of them. That's perfect. Generate directory. And it basically creates the fields for you, so sports type, membership fee, club images, does a lot of the hard work for you. Then if we click build directory, we can then preview and customize it, and it's basically already put together the pages for us in terms of the layouts of the pages, the contents, so it's got the sports details, all that kind of stuff. So that's that. So that's that. Very soon, and probably by the time you're watching this video, because it's going to be out in a couple of weeks, they're bringing out an AI template generator too, so you can actually create the look and feel of the directory website using AI as well. So that's going to be super cool. So there we go. That was the overview of Directorist. Maybe in the future I will do a full-length tutorial on this platform. You're not going to want to miss that, so make sure that you're subscribed by clicking the subscribe button. What did you think of Directorist? What do you think of directory sites? Are you building one at the moment? I'd love to hear from you. Do leave me a comment below. I do read all the comments that I get, and I'll try to reply to as many as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this video, clicking that like button really does help me out. But until next time, I wish you the best of luck with whatever it is you're working on right now, and I'll see you later.